Hello, my friends. My name is Ryan, and you're watching my channel. Today I am on Shoshan. This is also known as Monkey Mountain. I live really close. I can see my apartment building right down below. I can see my job right over that way. So I like to come up here, particularly when I'm feeling stir crazy. Now, this is about living alone. If you live alone, there's a lot of advantages. When you live alone, I've got a nice apartment by Taiwan standards. I've got 2 bedrooms, got a kitchen, got a living room, got a TV, computer, air conditioning, kitchen, all that. It's nice. It's a nice apartment. It's nice to live alone. I can do whatever I want, without worrying about pissing another person off. But I'll tell you what, it gets lonely. I've got no cat. I've got no dog. And I do have a girlfriend, but my girlfriend is out of town. So this is something that I think anyone who is considering moving to Taiwan or just moving to another city, there is a lot of excitement involved, and you will meet a lot of people, and you'll meet friends and all of that jazz. But I do think that, there are some disadvantages when it comes to being alone for too long. Now, I do have social events, like I've got jiu-jitsu, and I went out Friday night into a trivia game with some of my jiu-jitsu friends and met some cool new people. And my drama group has basically fallen apart. That's a whole nother story. And friends cancel, and sometimes I'm just left with days on the weekend to fill up. And I just can't watch TV. I just can't play games. I could read my book, but only for so long. So thank God there is this mountain right here. Well, it's more of a big hill filled with monkeys. I saw a man petting a monkey. First time I saw that, and I come up here fairly frequently, not all the time, but once every 1 or 2 weeks. I used to live with roommates, and I loved it, had fun, but then there'd be drama, and there'd be tensions, and then falling outs, and I lived with family, and I've had an ex-wife, and there's the problem with living with people is that there can be, it's difficult to achieve harmony for a long, long time. You can reach, you do your best to accommodate to one another, but, just there's these little tensions that build up, and unless you vent it out in a healthy way, usually it will turn into a fight or a Cold War. God, I can talk about how uncomfortable it was to be coming home to unhappy wife. Was not fun. And so being single, having my own apartment is a great thing. I come home, I can do whatever I want. I can be naked. I can just mess the kitchen up. But the funny thing is, I actually don't enjoy messing my apartment up, and I feel weird if it's messy. So I do clean. Okay, now I'm just ranting and talking. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is, there's no perfect life. Whether you're living with a bunch of people and they're noisy, but then they give you company at least you're not alone. But you have your own apartment, and you don't have to deal with other people's noise or the things that bother you. But then what are you going to do? Cook dinner and eat it alone? Well, that's what I do. I enjoy it. Okay. It sounds like I'm depressed, right? Sounds like I'm trying to depress you. I'm not trying to depress you, okay? I'm just trying to give you the facts. I'm just trying to give you the facts from my point of view, my subjective point of view, which is there's no perfect situation, I've been happy as a clam living with other people. Wouldn't want to have any other situation. Love cooking together, love talking and having good conversation or watching a movie together. That's great. I love it. Have a party, you know? But the flip side is when things are bad and you guys stop talking and your arguments and there's tensions and you're like, what's she doing? What's he doing? It's like people, you know? I love people. But sometimes I like to be away from people. And I came up here during the hottest part of the day. It's a really pretty warm day. And this mountain is crowded. You can't really get away from people. At least not around here. And I love people. I really do. But sometimes I need to get away. And this is like in my life, there have been times and periods of my life where I have lived alone. And there have been times in my life where I've lived with roommates or siblings and mothers and grandmothers and wives and even my babies. So now I live alone, and I love it half the time. I really do. And then half the time I don't. And I just go crazy. But I think with life, at least what I've experienced is that, and you know, everyone says it, it's very cliche. You got to reach a balance, you know, trying to find the right balance where I do have some healthy socializing and I'm around people, whether it's jujitsu or work or meeting friends or with my girlfriend, which perhaps this is why I'm making this video. My girlfriend went out of town and she said she was going to be away for a long time. Not too long, but a bit of a long time. And I haven't seen her for, I guess it's been about 3 weeks. We chat every day. And she surprised me and said she's coming to town this weekend. But I think she's going to go away again for, who knows, a couple weeks. So maybe that's why I'm making this video. That's why I'm so lonely. I don't know. I just feel that it is very hard to get a harmonic balance where I'm not thrown from having too much people to having too few people. You know, I just wish I could just ride and cruise a wave, you know. You know what I'm talking about. But I can't complain because, goodness gracious, I have a beautiful view. I'll show you guys. I have a beautiful view of Kaohsiung. I have always dreamed of living next to a mountain and near the sea. I can see the sea. I'm on a mountain. There's other mountains out beyond the haze. There's so many trails up here, and even though I've come up here many more than a dozen times, I still haven't explored it all. There's a lot more to do, a lot more to see, a lot more people to meet, a lot more, I mean, it's on me, right? I mean, a lot of times, I guess, a lot of us do complain about our problems, but a lot of it is within our power. Like, I could go out and just continue to try to meet more people and see what other things I can get into. I have, I guess, the desire to socialize and then the desire to retreat and, you know, find my space on the mountain to chill out and be alone. And finding that right balance where where I, you know, can make it sustainable is the goal. But I can't complain. I like my life. I like the way it's going. And so, anyways, this is just what I wanted to talk about. Just nonsense up on the mountain of Shoshan, aka Monkey Mountain, where people are, I guess, are petting monkeys. It's the first time I've ever seen it. I don't know if I should do it. If you think I should try to pet a monkey, put it down below in the comments. If you think I should definitely not try to do it, put it down below in the comments. Thank you for watching this video. My name's Ryan Freeman. Bye-bye.